Life before Spencer Jones was not at all as dramatic as it's been since I've been with him. I was a plain Christian. I loved God. I enjoyed life. I enjoyed school. But when it came down to relationships, I didn't have a whole lot of them because of my Christian stance that I took. I did not dance. I did not smoke. I did not do alcohol or drugs, and I wasn't the party type person, but I was a Christian. I knew how to live my life for God. And so that's what I did. So life before Spencer was basically living a life of salvation. And one of the things that causes for successful relationships is us having a right relationship with God. So before I met him, I was a virgin. I lived right, and I trusted God to bring me a husband. One of the things that you have also to remember when it comes down to having a good relationship is that you must make sure that you have good self-esteem yourself. Because a husband is not going to bring it to you. A boyfriend is not going to give it to you. You have to look at yourself and feel good about yourself. Unfortunately, when I was growing up, because I wasn't doing all the other things that the other kids were doing, I didn't really feel good about myself. I wasn't around playing cards, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't partying, and I really didn't feel like I was good enough to have a good boyfriend, to have a boyfriend. But thank God, God knew what I needed, and He honored my faithfulness. So before Spencer, there was one guy, and he was ugly, but he was available. And so he liked me, but I really didn't like him. Not because he wasn't a nice person, but because what everybody else was saying about him. That's the wrong thing to do when it comes to relationships. Then there was another man. I really did love him, but he did not love me. So relationships are two-way streets, and you gotta make sure that you're both on the same street. When I met Spencer, it was after going to a teen challenge outreach at his church. I didn't like him. He was loud. He wore country clothes, big, thick heel shoes, and white socks in the pulpit, and his pants were half flooded to his knees. No, he was not my kind of guy. But I did know the Lord. And we talked about how important that is for a successful relationship. You got to know the voice of God. I prayed and fasted about him for 1 solid month, and God said he was going to be my husband. And I said, oh God, you must have had a nightmare. He cannot be my husband, but he was. And I'm here to tell you, he was the best thing that's happened to me